Hello and welcome. Today we've got what will likely be the final Super Mario Odyssey stream. We've played on stream every single other moon for all the kingdoms. We're just missing 3 right now. We have to get 2 hint arts from the dark side. And then we have to do a volleyball challenge. And that's all we've got to do. So this could be a short one, could be a long one. It really just depends on how on point I am with my hint art gameplay. Speaking of which, time to actually look up what these hint arts are. I've got this one here. Kind of looks like phases of the moon. This one here kind of looks like it's on the moon itself. So I've got a couple of ideas of how we can get these. So in the last stream, where we had to find out where the last secret path to the Lake Kingdom was, we did it by finding all the other paths and then seeing basically which zone did not yet have a path that leads from it. And that was obviously going to be the one that led to the Lake Kingdom. In this stream, we're probably going to do something similar. We're going to take a look at all the hint arts and see where we found them. And then we're going to take a closer look at the places where we did not find hint art, or the moons that correspond to hint arts. You cannot make that jump. First lesson learned. Alright, this one was in the Metro Kingdom. I'm going to write that down because I'm not going to remember it otherwise. This one was Cascade. This one was in the Mushroom. This one we haven't found yet. This one was in the Ice Kingdom. And this one was in the Luncheon Kingdom. should be at least 2 more. This one we haven't found yet. We might also already have them all. Alright, here's this one here. This one was in the Lake Kingdom. Alright, so now I think we have all of the... Oop, what's that one over there? That one was in the Lost Kingdom. Alright, so now we just open up our map. And... well, I guess we'll go to the Odyssey and open up our map. Hey there, Anton. Alright, let's see what we got here. So, we did not see any moons in the Cap Kingdom. I kind of think that that one of them might actually be there. We saw something in the Mushroom Kingdom, we saw something in the Cascade Kingdom. We also didn't see anything in the Sand Kingdom or the Wooded Kingdom. We did see Lake, we didn't see Cloud, we did see Lost, we did see Metro, we did see Snow, we did not see Seaside. We didn't see Ruined or Bowser's or Moon. So the possibilities would be Bowser, Ruined, Seaside, we already did Metro, Cap, Wooded. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 kingdoms, and so far we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 found so far. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We actually have 8 that we found so far, so I'm actually missing 1. Let's go back and see where another hint art was. Because if I accidentally choose a place that I've already explored before and gotten the hint art for, then that's going to be a colossal waste of time. So 1, 2, 3. That one doesn't count because we haven't actually gotten that one yet. Oh, it's this one, definitely it's this one. So we actually have already seen Seaside Kingdom before. Let's get rid of that. So we only really have Bowser's Kingdom, Ruined Kingdom, Cap Kingdom, and Wooded Kingdom as where the last 2 moons could probably be. Alright, now we're going to look at the actual hint arts themselves and kind of see what they possibly could be. I'm going to say that this is not in Bowser's Kingdom. I guess it could also have been Moon. I forgot to do Moon. So I'm going to go to Ruined Kingdom first, because I think it's actually there, and then I'll go to Moon Kingdom and try to find kind of a rock that looks like this, a rocky area that looks like this. And then I think that the other one is at Cap Kingdom, because that's the only kingdom where the moon is casting a shadow onto the rest of the world. I said moon first, right? Let's go to Ruined Kingdom first. So I could swear that the rocks look a little more like these here. In fact, it looks like this right here. Right? Let's see. Yeah, it looks just like that. You got a little line there with some squares around it, and it's in a hole that's surrounded a little bit by some rocks. There it is. Alright, we're off to a great start. 10 minutes in, we already found one of the hint arts. So then, the last hint art, I think it's going to be at Cap Kingdom. The sad thing is we actually came to this area before, and we had already looked around for this hint art, but I thought that it was going to be near the dragon, but it wasn't near the dragon. And before I actually got around to running back to my ship, someone in chat told me that it was on the Moon Kingdom. And I probably shouldn't have listened, but I did. And so we just like went to the Moon Kingdom during that stream instead. Alright, so we gotta look for something. I'll tell you exactly what we're looking for. So what we've got here is a picture. I can erase this now. And it's got a purple circle, and it's got different black and white areas around it. But if you look a little closely, it looks kind of like the phases of the moon. So at the top you've got a new moon, which means that the moon is completely blocked out by the Earth. And at the bottom you've got the full moon. The moon is completely visible because it's, well, not blocked by the Earth. I meant to say that, how do phases of the moon work? Basically, the sun has to reflect off of the moon, so there has to be sun followed by Earth followed by moon if you want to see a full moon. So I think that the circle corresponds to this top hat here. And it probably won't be perfect. Like, it probably has something to do with these hats as well. I'm just gonna hit all these hats because it'll be easier than trying to actually figure it out. But I could like think about what I was trying to say as I'm doing this. Okay, that did not work out the way I thought it would. Oh wait, it could also be at the top. Because down here you actually can't see any of the moon. So, do these correspond to anything? You got these circles here. Not that useful. And I need to find the moon somewhere. Here's the moon. So, what I think I have to hit it, this circle. Let's see. On the right side at 9 o'clock. Here. Well, I guess wrong. It could also be at 3 o'clock. Like, I could have it backwards. Or maybe they don't want it to be exactly the way moons actually work. I could also just hit every area here. Hey there, Jack. Welcome to the stream. Another thing that they could be referring to, instead of it being the circle up here, it could actually be the shape that the moon makes after the hat hits it. So this hat tower is casting a shadow down there. And it could be that I'm supposed to hit maybe that signpost. Maybe if I ground pound on that signpost or something like that. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to do. That's another option. It could also correspond to the circles that are lining the entire area, because you can see that they actually have a good number of them. Like there's a circle down there, a circle over there. They don't quite make a circle around the entire area though, which is why I don't think that's necessarily true. Well, it could be the signs themselves. There aren't enough of them in shadows or like partial shadows, so I'm pretty sure that that's not the case either. We did a good job with the Ruined Kingdom art at least, so we actually have a good amount of time to waste. You see this here on the ground? What's up with that? There's a circle there. Are there other circles? Almost. Not sure if I'm just going crazy or if I'm onto something. Oh, this is the moon itself. It's a thing of the moon, I think. So it is there on purpose, but not for the purpose that I hoped it was for. This thing so obviously looks like it's supposed to be the thing that I need. I'm gonna have a hard time letting this go. I already ground pounded all the way around that, so... How do I do first person view? Am I able to do that? There we go. Hey there, Mario Pokey Nerd. Welcome to the stream. We're finishing up the Mario Odyssey 100% playthrough here. If I hit these lamps, will it help me out in any way? Thing is, I doubt that it's just on one of these ship hats, because like you would totally just randomly ground pound on the hats during your regular playthrough, and then you just like accidentally would have this power moon that you're not supposed to get till later in the game. So it's got to be in just some like random place. What shape do those hats make? Not quite what I was looking for. Let's take another look. Maybe something I'm missing. Not in the Ruined Kingdom, so it's either got to be here or the Wooded Kingdom or Bowser's Kingdom. I really hope that it's not in Bowser's Kingdom, because we spent like 4 hours there in the last stream. Just every once in a while there's just these random little circle looking things. Welcome to the stream, Luis. Ouch. Oh no. Maybe I should practice what I'm trying to do before I do it on, like, in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, I just need to press it twice and no jump button required. Is he not coming back? Please come back. I guess I shouldn't have just killed him so flippantly. There he goes. Oh, the lamps. What about the lamps? Could the lamps mean something? Are they in a circle? I think they are in a circle. Oh, no, they're not. So close. These lamps are almost in a circle. Lewis, maybe at first I'll start off just being your entertainer. How about that? We can take steps from there. Hey there, Dominique. Welcome to the stream, Fortnite IRL. Okay, since I now have everything lit up here, let's see if it gives me more of a hint for what am I doing. So I have only 2 more power moons left. One is to find the hint dart for the dark side here. This is the only thing that I have to go as a hint. And I think that it has something to do with the phases of the moon. And I also think that it exists, that this moon is somewhere in the Cap Kingdom, or Bowser's Kingdom, or the Wooded Kingdom. I think it's most likely to be in the Cap Kingdom because there's so many circles in this area. But I don't know yet. So what a hint art is just kind of tells you, it just shows you a picture of something, and then that's supposed to correspond to some place in some other world that you're supposed to go to. And if you ground pound in just the right spot that corresponds to that hint art, then you get a power moon. Well, I was hoping that it was going to be on this little sign here. That was one of the many places that I was thinking of, because you can kind of see how this is kind of in the shadows. Oops. I don't think it's out there. Alright, these lights stay lit though, so that's good. Do the houses get partially lit or something? Let's go back down to this area here. I could look at the patterns on the hats themselves, but it doesn't look like that's gonna work out. So we gotta look for areas that look kind of like they have a crescent moon on them. The Odyssey would be a perfect place for casting a shadow, but all the area behind it is very dead, like death. This were the new moon, and that were the full moon. Does that mean that I would ground pound around like here? Or does it mean I'll ground pound around here? No. You want to take a picture of Mario as a huge chain chomp with mouth half open in Cascade Kingdom. We'll see. It will probably be later on in the stream. I don't think I'm going to Cascade Kingdom anytime soon. I'm pretty sure that I got everything I needed from there. Hey there, Gary. Welcome to the stream. We're just randomly ground pounding until we find a hint dart. I feel like nothing casts a shadow around here. Alright, let's see if there's anything else that we can glean from this picture here. So, in all the cases, the lines are horizontal. It's like straightly horizontal. And if this doesn't work for much longer, then I will have to like try to reset my mind, not think about the moon anymore and the different phases of the moon. We could try going back to the Moon Kingdom again. We already looked around it. We already looked around at the in the Moon Kingdom for places that looked like they might have the hint dart. But I don't know if if we looked in the right places there. And speaking of chain chomps with mouths half open, how about this picture, Dominique? I think this is something that you asked for in a previous stream. Yep, but in daytime. Alright, let's see. There aren't too many other places for us to go here. We kind of hit everywhere that looks like a circle. Although there aren't that many places that look like a half moon. I was hoping that by lighting everywhere in the town, it would reveal kind of a shadow pattern that would be appropriate here. I mean, there are a lot of such places, like these, like, it all makes it seem as though it has to be here. Like, these lines are all horizontal, just like in the picture. And they're like half covered in light, half covered in darkness. Actually, this kind of looks like what it would be, except this is more dark than light. I would need something that's like half and half. Hey there, Abe. Found your first fairy fountain in Breath of the Wild. That's pretty nice. Fairy fountains are very useful in that game. Upgrade your equipment, make you not die in one hit. Alright, I'm not going to give up on this area just yet, because we could actually just go straight for the actual lamps themselves. So far we've been trying to hit around places that are lit by the lamp, but we could also ground pound around the lamps themselves and find an area that is half light, half dark. And by that I mean just randomly try every single one of these, because I don't really know what else to do. Alright, so none of these lamps on the ground here. These don't light up, so I'm not going to check around there. And there are no lamps around here, which is good. The fewer places we have to check, the better. I actually remember that request from a previous stream. If we make it to the Seaside Kingdom, then I'll go ahead and do that. But just like the Cascade Kingdom, we have no reason to go there during the course of the regular stream. Oh, Seaside? Actually, we do have a reason to go to Seaside. Seaside is the last place that will be, because that's where we're going to get the volleyball contest. You had to sell a lot of things in order to get the Hylian and Stealth set. Yeah, I have the Highland set as well, but I never had enough money to buy the Stealth set. I don't think that I ever stomped around these either. Be especially careful around this one, because this would be the one. When I first started streaming, I had autocorrect on my computer, but I very quickly had to learn to turn it off because it was so difficult to actually type my viewers' names, because it would always try to autocorrect them to something else. So I had to go ahead and turn that off for all my streaming, or for my streaming computer, because I just wasn't going to work out. Okay. I think we've just about given up on this moon being here. I'm not entirely convinced because it seems like the right place for it to be, but we can't find it. So rather than be stubborn and spend several more hours here, we'll try another place. I actually don't know at which point I would just completely give up and just look it up. I haven't given up on a moon so far, so we'll see. Alright, so it wasn't in the Cap Kingdom as far as we could find. The other places it could possibly be are the Wooded Kingdom, and Bowser's Castle, actually. Those are the only two places. Also the Moon Kingdom. It could be on the Moon Kingdom. So let's go to the Wooded Kingdom first, because that one is less egregious to me. And the first thing we're going to do, just to get it out of the way, is think about how it could possibly be in the dark forest. So we're going to go ahead and go into the dark forest. Some kind of way. Here we are. Beanstalk. This is as good a way as any. Alright, now there's no map here, so we have no idea what this area really looks like for the most part. Let's take a look at the picture and think about areas that it might be within here. Circles. It also kind of looks like a telephone, I guess. If it were a shape that didn't have anything to do with the moon, I would say it might be an octopus covered by a circle. There are these beams of light that are coming down periodically, but they only seem to matter when it comes to getting out of here. If there are 6 beams of light around here, what is it? It's 6 that matter? It was more than 6. I think it might be 1, 2, 3. It's actually 8. So 8 beams of light. Oops. Are the 8 over here? Nope, not really. And not really there either. I've counted just... The thing is, the light that you see in the distance kind of disappears as soon as you go towards it. I'm pretty sure that there are only really 4 pieces of light here. I thought about, well, I've already found a hint art in Ruined Kingdom. So far, I have the hypothesis that they wouldn't put 2 hint art moons in one area, and that's been true so far. Actually 5, but that's still not enough. Earlier in the stream, I actually found the hint art that was in the Ruined Kingdom. I actually did that within the first 10 minutes of this stream. Since then, I spent 40 minutes wandering aimlessly. There are 2 places that I want to check in this kingdom. Actually 3. I want to check this giant circle here, this giant circle here, and then I want to check on the inside of the flower field where you fight the final boss of this area. So in this area, the sun is here. So if we wanted to see kind of like what a full moon would look like, it would be in this area. And if we wanted to see what a new moon looked like, it would be over here. Like I was just kind of in the way. There is actually a picture of the moon here. Like I can see the moon, and it also is a half moon, which might actually be what I'm looking for. Maybe it's the kingdom that has a half moon. It's supposed to be a little more white than black though. Just a little. And it's a little more black than white right here. Welcome back, Isaiah. We might try to use that actually, because that's the closest thing to actually seeing the moon that we found. So if we think about it, if you go to the Cap Kingdom, that's definitely a full moon. You can see the entire moon there. And here in the Wooded Kingdom, it's a less than a half moon, so that's like a waning gibbous or whatever. But I'm gonna just still check this other area real quick, maybe. I also kind of want to follow up on my moon strategy, just like find places where you can see the moon and see how full it is, and then try to find a circle somewhere in there. But the weird thing about trying to do a hint like that is that implies that the hint art is only telling you which kingdom the moon is in, and not where the moon is. Oh, there's the sun over there, and the moon is like somewhere over there that we can't see at this angle. Alright, let's get out of here. Are we able to see kind of... You can actually kind of see where the moon would be in relation. Like here, you're not going to be able to see the moon because the moon is behind the Earth right here. And Lake Kingdom, you're kind of able to see it from here. It would be like the smallest crescent, I think, from here. Let's test that out. Would I like DLC content for Mario Odyssey? So I've mentioned this a couple of times on my Mario Odyssey streams, And I actually don't own Super Mario Odyssey. This is a copy of the game that my friend let me borrow while he's borrowing Breath of the Wild. So after I beat this game, I actually plan on returning it. And then I probably you won't see almost any Mario content after that. Because it would be very weird for me to like buy a copy of Super Mario Odyssey when I've already 100%ed the game on my save file. Hey there, Jason. Mario got completely destroyed by Ridley and now he's a skeleton. So, I was actually a little correct about that. So in this kingdom, you can actually see the moon, and it is more than halfway black of this area. And that's what you would expect from just looking at the moon during the stage select screen. So let's keep going and actually find where you would actually see a half moon, slightly more full than otherwise, or like becoming full, I should say. I'm actually a little surprised that there hasn't been DLC for Super Mario Odyssey. Although I guess I shouldn't be that surprised because it took Splatoon 2 a while to come up with DLC. But it took no time at all for Breath of the Wild to come out with DLC. So I would suspect that we'll see Super Mario Odyssey DLC probably in the near future, because we've already gotten Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC, and we've gotten Splatoon 2 DLC, Breath of the Wild DLC. And those are like the heavy hitters for Nintendo. I'm not counting like ARMS and although ARMS isn't so much of a heavy. It was supposed to be a heavy hitter, but I don't think that it did as well as it was supposed to. Have you seen the Smash Ultimate Direct on YouTube? I have. And my thoughts are that I really can't wait until that game comes out. I already have plans for this channel to I'm going to take a day off of work. It comes out on a Friday, unfortunately. So I'm going to stay home on that day, use a vacation day, and I'm going to stream me unlocking as much of it as I can. I love all the new features that they've added, like the Iron Man mode, where you get to choose multiple characters at once, and then you play against someone else choosing multiple characters at once. And the other mode where you all choose your own characters and then you keep playing until you run out of characters. That probably won't get unlocked until you actually beat or until you unlock all the characters, I'd imagine. And I like the idea of basically when you fight and deal damage and take damage, that you charge up your ultimate meter, and then you'll be able to unleash your final smash without there being a random smash ball. I would love to see tournaments actually use that. I'm 100% sure that they will not, because I was talking to a couple of my friends who were at various competitive levels, and for the most part everyone hates it as an idea. No one wants to see final smashes in a tournament, even if it's predictable and even if it's skill based. I think that too many people just have this knee-jerk reaction for it. So I don't know. Hopefully the competitive scene will be able to get their act together, and I would love to play that version of the game. I like the new character reveals. That was what was it called? They renounced Simon Belmont And then at long last, they announced King K. Rool. Although they totally trolled me, and I thought that it was just a joke and he wasn't going to actually show up due to the way the reveal trailer worked. Oh wait. What if it's this purple stuff? Yeah, it's probably not this purple stuff. It might be this purple stuff though. We've got a purple circle. And we've got the moon phase that we were looking for, and it still doesn't tell us like where we need to be, unfortunately. I don't know. But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It's going to be an awesome game. After watching the Direct, I posted in my Discord that I don't think that I would ever need another Smash game if I got Ultimate. Of the new characters, so I'm not going to count like returning characters like Young Link and Ivysaur or like Pichu or anything like that, because they technically have already existed in the past. But as far as the first of the new characters that I'll try, I think I'll probably just do Inklings. Like, I think so far the new characters that have been revealed are Ridley, Inklings, Simon Belmont, King K. Rool. Like, I'll probably do Inkling first, but then I do want to check out Simon Belmont at some point in time. That'd be pretty cool. Not sure if I said hi to you already, George, but welcome to the stream if I didn't. I'm one of those that like don't count Echo Fighters as actual fighters. If they play the same way as a regular fighter, then it's just a skin. Like, I've thought of Daisy being in Smash ever since Melee, when Peach had a alternate skin that made her color look kind of like Daisy. Same could actually go for Chrom, because one of Smash 4's Ike costumes already has a silver and black costume. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, a lot of this world makes me think that this is the right place to be. Like, I've got the moon here, and that's really the only thing. And did I already have an area of the Sand Kingdom? Chrom is echoing Ike, because he uses ether just like Ike does. Oh, actually, there never was a Sand Kingdom. I never checked, but there hasn't been a hint art found in the Sand Kingdom yet. So maybe I'll give this maybe I'll give this a proper shot. Let's go up to the top tower here and then see if we can go ahead and get the last power moon from a hint art. So we can see the moon, and we're in a circle. I don't think it would be in here, just because you'd be ground pounding in this area anyway because of this particular moon. Really? Chrom is echoing Roy? You know, I was a little confused by what, because I was looking at his moveset during the trailer, and he has an up B like Ike, but he's got, what's it called? He's got his side B like Roy. Although, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look at the trailer again and see for sure. Waluigi for Smash. Yeah, that's hilarious. I think, so I actually noticed, someone posted on Twitter that every time that Nintendo introduces a assist trophy, like the concept of assist trophy, ever since Brawl even, they always use Waluigi. Waluigi has always been an assist trophy, and like, they've done him wrong for the past 3 Smash games, which I find utterly hilarious. I also think it's funny how, like, before Smash Ultimate's first Direct, or his first, during the Smash Ultimate first reveal, I don't think anyone was, like, thinking about Waluigi. Like, everyone was always thinking, like, oh, we want, you know, Shovel Knight for Smash, K. Rool for Smash, and we want, you know, like, Genos from Super Mario RPG for Smash. And I've never heard anyone ever say that they want Waluigi for Smash. But as soon as Waluigi was like pretty much confirmed to not be in Smash, and suddenly everyone just changed and said like, no, we actually want Waluigi. Hey there, Mr. Cool Master. Do I have any Smash Ultimate new character predictions? I think that they'll probably release Waluigi as DLC, just because they probably were not expecting anyone to care about Waluigi at all, so it's a little too late to put him in right now. But given that they've literally given us everything else in the game that anyone has ever asked for, I think that they will actually go ahead and do that. Are there 8 statues here? There are not. There are 6 statues here. What I need to do is find somewhere on this map that has a circle of 8 somewhere. Is that a circle of 8 trees over there? Are there 8 gems here? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, there are only 4 here. I still didn't get my picks for Super Smash Bros. Newcomers. I wanted Dixie Kong to be in the game. That's who I voted for on the Smash ballot. But no such luck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 plants here. I'll go around and pound them all anyway. You don't think they're gonna do DLC? I don't know. I'd be surprised if they didn't do DLC. I mean, I would like for them to add just like free content all the time, kind of like they do with Splatoon. But Smash 4 already had DLC, so they kind of set the precedent for it. And pretty soon, starting next month, everyone's going to have to pay for online services. I don't know. Yeah, 3 cacti here, surrounded by only 2 of these flower things. Generally, I wish that Nintendo treated Super Smash Bros. In the same way that they treat Splatoon. Splatoon actually has a lot of support, like development-wise, and also like from the Nintendo esports side. They sponsor tournaments, they hold tournaments, there's a lot of press for Splatoon events and things like that. And Super Smash Brothers, you know, we're not as lucky for that. Alright, so now I'm a little convinced that the moon is actually somewhere in here in the Sand Kingdom. We got the phase of the moon, even though I know I was supposed to like forget about moon phases and things like that. Actually, that's really the only reason, other than the fact that there hasn't been a hint art moon found in the Sand Kingdom yet. The thing about their online servers is they probably don't actually have to fix their servers. Like I've never seen like the servers go down or be disconnected. There is a lot of lag when you play online Smash, but most of that has to do with the people that you're playing against having bad Wi-Fi. Like when I play against people that have good internet, and against like people that used Ethernet cables to play Smash instead of like using Wi-Fi, there's like almost no lag ever when I'm playing those people. It's only when you get like someone that's playing out of McDonald's or something like that that I find issues. And the same thing will happen with pretty much any game, regardless of whether you have to pay for it. If it's online and you're doing peer-to-peer communications, then you're going to experience as much lag as the laggiest person that's on the team. Which is why For Glory is usually fine if you do 1v1s. But as soon as you try to do like team matches or 4 for all, then you end up having like really, really laggy matches. Mystery mode? So I'm very curious as well. Most likely it's some sort of story mode, because I would normally not think that they're going to have a story mode. They're like too many characters, like 80 I think characters. That's so many to incorporate into a story mode. But given that Nintendo has given the fans literally everything that they've ever asked for, like they put Ridley in the game, they put King K. Rool in the game, and they've allowed us to turn off stage hazards. All of the moves that would normally send you into free fall and kill you if you accidentally use them off the stage now no longer do that. For example, Flash Grenade, Den's Fire, things like that. They've been on such a roll with giving the fans what they want that it's gotta be story mode. Yo, George, what's this Easter egg that you speak of in Odyssey? Well, that's not weird to do maintenance on servers. Like, every single game that has any online component will always have to do maintenance on servers. I used to play this MMO called City of Heroes. Even like the biggest ones, like World of Warcraft, like you have monthly maintenance. It's like they have to maintain the servers, otherwise they get slower over time and they experience crashes. Oh man, I shudder to think about going through all-star mode now. There are going to be so many characters, especially if you end up having to fight all of the characters and not just like one version and not counting their echoes. Like with Echo Fighters, there are going to be so many that you have to fight. And you still have limited healing items. Alright, I think I'm out of ideas for where this hint art could lead. So let's go ahead and go to Seaside Kingdom and do some volleyball. Ground pound in the middle of the pool at the top of the Tower Metro Kingdom. Alright, let's check that out. So I'm going through this area because it's all purple. And the hint art has purple on it. Unfortunately, this is, how many sides does this have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That has 6 sides to it. I was hoping they would have 8 sides to it. The main thing that I would like for the Nintendo Online service to fix would be, what is that? What I would want them to fix? I mean, voice chat might be useful. The only problem that I would have with voice chat is the fact that, so right now I'm sitting down in my chair and on the other side of the room is my Switch. So voice chat would have to come from the controllers then. That's the only way that that would make sense. And I don't see any audio ports on my Joy-Cons. It's likely going to come up as a accessory, I'd imagine, like a Nintendo Switch microphone. That would be probably the easiest way to implement it. And yeah, it might suck for the people that like aren't able to afford getting that, but it's definitely better than having a smartphone app. That's like the thing that I feel like they need to do. Everything else is kind of like icing on the cake. Like, it's ridiculous that we're even able to play the level of online games that we are able to do for free and have been doing it for free for so long. Like, every other console on the market right now, you have to pay, you know, except for PC. Nintendo is actually, you'd be surprised to know that Nintendo is actually not even close to the biggest gaming company in the world. They are the biggest company in the world that only does games, but all of its competitors have lots of other things that they do other than video games. So like, think about Microsoft, for example. If the Xbox fails, Microsoft is not going to go out of business. So Microsoft does, you know, they have phones, they have operating systems. Sony has TVs and computers and like CD players and Blu-ray players and all sorts of things. So but if Nintendo fails, then like if the Switch fails, then that's it, like game over. Like if Nintendo does one bad console, then it could actually go out of business forever. So if you actually look at like their market reports and things like that, like how much money they make and how much money they have, and these are all things that, you know, you can look up online, because you look for their earnings reports. That's what you would look for, and just compare the different video game companies. Nintendo is actually kind of small, relatively speaking. I mean, it's no indie developer, but it's definitely not like gigantic. Alright, so giving up on the hint art for now. I couldn't find like an obvious place for that to be. So let's go to the Seaside Kingdom. And Isaiah, feel free to rant during my streams. It's fine with me. I'm able to play and talk at the same time. If it were like Smash, then maybe I would like only read the chat between battles or something like that. But it does make the stream a little more interesting than just like watching me silently fail at all my objectives. Although, to be fair, I've only failed at one objective so far. Get over here. What? That's so rude. The Easter egg is in Metro Kingdom, and there's no Power Moon over in Metro Kingdom. I'll check it out. I think I've already seen that Easter egg, but I'll check it out after I do volleyball. I'm going to stretch for a little bit because we might be here for a while. Technically, volleyball is easier than jump rope. It's just slower to start. Oops. I definitely should have failed that. I wonder what the cheesiest thing I could do in volleyball would be. Like, I'm wondering if I would be able to, like, hop on the net while he's serving. Can I even hop on the net? I cannot hop on the net. This would be like trivially easy with 2 players. Cause like unlike jump rope, where if just Mario fails, then both fail. If I could get like a second player, or if I could master holding 2 controllers in one hand, it would actually be 1 controller in each hand because they're Joy-Con. Then I could just actually cover both sides of the court at the same time. Oh yeah. I think we figured out the cheese. Darn. Missed the timing for that. No. Oh boy. If I could like stand on something, because I think I can't jump and hit. Maybe I could. Let's see. Let's try it. So if I stand like right here. Do I know about the online ordering on Splatoon 2? I do. And welcome to the stream, Paul Games. I've actually bought a couple of pieces of equipment there. If I could get the timing on that, that would be way easier than trying to Oh man. Try the Gushin? You can't wait, you can return the volleyball with a Gushin? Wouldn't I run out of water? Yeah, I would definitely run out of water. I'll try it, but just cause why not?
Hey, are you streaming?
Mm-hmm.
You want to say hi to Laura right quick?
Mm-hmm. Alright, and we're back. I actually had not forgotten to turn it off. I only just now ended the phone call. Oops. This is like the perfect area right here. Darn. Yeah, that's what I keep trying to do. Okay, that failed. Let's see. I'll have to like react with the auto target. Oh, alright. Everyone's able to hear me, right? Hey there, Rob. Let's just do this the old-fashioned way. Good old, boring, plain vanilla, plain Jane volleyball game. Alright, good. I can't believe that my best is actually 81. I've actually gotten so close to this. And if I remember correctly, that was just like, realized that the last thing I had to do in this kingdom was do volleyball, and I was like, I wonder if I could just like do it on first try, and I got to 81, and then I was like, well, that took forever. I'm not going to try again. You know, that was close. Glad that we're not playing by real volleyball rules. That cheese strategy that I came up with would not have worked anyway. I can't jump over his head fast enough to hit the ball back every time. Oof, I almost missed that one. No, keep hitting it to me. It's okay. Alright, at my best so far. Nice. See? Told you. Not nearly as difficult as jump roping was. I think I gave it like 3 real attempts, besides the ones that was just like me trying to break it for some reason. Oops. All right. Going to a trampoline park on Wednesday. That sounds like lots of fun. Do you have to like have a particular like certification in order to do that, or is it just like there'll be people there to make sure that no one dies? I've actually never heard of a trampoline park. Sounds like it could be fun and dangerous. Alright, let's catch up on some chat messages here. Oh, your highest is 96? That's so unfortunate. Alright, so we've hit pretty much everything that I know how to do in this game. The only moon that we don't have is on the dark side. What was that I did? Oh, okay. The only thing I don't have is this dark side hint art moon that I have no idea where it is, corresponding to this picture. I've had several ideas for it, but oh yeah, Easter egg, let's do that. The mystery mode in Smash Ultimate Direct, people have enhanced the photos and say that it's called Spirits. Okay, I mean, I don't have any reason to disagree with them. That also sounds pretty cool for like some sort of story mode. I wonder if that means that Smash Ultimate... So you know how in Smash 64 they were dolls, and then in Smash Melee they were trophies. They were also trophies in Smash Brawl. And I don't think they actually had a physical manifestation that they transformed into for Smash 4, which is a little weird. Oh, Cloud Kingdom. I was actually eventually going to go there. Although I think, let me see what I said earlier. Actually, no, I was actually never going to go to the Cloud Kingdom, so I would have definitely wasted a lot of time searching for that. Because I had said, oh, I don't think it's in the Cloud Kingdom, there's so little there. Alright, first, before we do that and get the final moon, we got a request for checking out an Easter egg here. Ground pounding. What's supposed to happen here? Okay, it's the Luigi flag. Oops. It would be nice to see like some sort of in-game reason why there's so many non-Nintendo representatives in the game. Although I will say that Simon Belmont is not that weird to be in the game. Most of the Castlevania games have all been on Nintendo platforms. Castlevania 1 through 4 were on the Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Nintendo. And then let's not even get started on the handheld Castlevania games. First, Castlevania 64, which kind of wasn't even that good. But like Circle of the Moon and Portrait of Ruin and Harmony of Dissonance and Order of Ecclesia. Like there are some really great Castlevania games that I wish that I could play on stream for you guys, but unfortunately there's no way to actually own those things. I'm going to the Cloud Kingdom. Yeah, I would have totally seen that eventually. Because that's definitely the... In fact, this is supposed to be the... Oh no, it's supposed to be a little more half and half than this. It's like this one here. I'll just follow my rumble. Let's see. Well, there was already a moon there. Oh, there are totally 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. It's like half and half here. Peach is getting in the way. But this is the new moon, I think. So it's actually this one here that I'm supposed to use. Am I supposed to be here? If the full moon were at the top, which it was in the picture. New moon, and then 2 over where it's the dark and light, and then it's to the right of if you're facing the light one. Is this all white? That's all... That one's all dark for sure. This one's all dark, that one's all light. So then it should be this one here. But where on this area would it be? Well, yes, rotate is not the same as the map. I know that. You're supposed to use the phases of the moon as your side, or as your hint. Oh, I'm on the opposite side. I got turned around. Okay. So that one's the dark side, and that one's the light side. Is it really reversed then? Or maybe, okay, they could be that they're not in order. I don't think they're in order. That's what it is. I feel like they're in order though. Because this one is mostly light. There it is. Are you sure you know what you're asking for? All Mario power-ups for Smash? There's so many Mario power-ups. A new portrait of Bowser appeared in Wedding Hall. Guess may as well try that. Don't have much else to do. Like there's the Tanuki suit, which already exists as a ability. But there's also the feather cape, and then there's like the pea suit. Then there's like the platinum or white Tanuki suit from the new Super Mario Bros. U or something like that. Then you got the cat suit. And then you've got... There's so many power-ups. Alright, we did it. 100% of the game. Kind of. We gotta actually beat this final boss battle, I guess, if we want to say that we did everything there is to do in the game. Oh, I died. Oh, I didn't die. How did I live? Is it ironic because Luigi is supposed to be the one that captures all the ghosts? I feel like poor Luigi is always getting the short end of the stick. He was the one that got captured by the evil demon spirit in Mario Tennis Aces. And he also died by death in Smash Ultimate. Alright. Yeah, it doesn't look that scary to me. Let's take him out. Alright, here we are, the ultimate final boss. You only unlock him after getting all the power moons in the game. Special line that only happens when you're a skeleton. He's fast. Don't you know that I'm the jump rope champion? You can't beat me with that. Ooh. He's changing up the timing. That's not fair. Oh, if you hit it too close to him, then he puts it right back on. That wasn't so bad. Aw, I'm out of Coca-Cola. Alright, and now for the part where actually I'm gonna take damage. Probably should not have skipped that, even though I've seen it plenty of times. You never know when someone else hasn't. Oops. Sure hope I don't have to start off at the first boss again. I almost ate it again. I did eat it. No. The thing is, that part is actually not any more difficult than the first time you go through the level. And I've already died more times just this one time at that particular area than I have all the other times that I've ever played through this area.
I miss like so many of these. Oh, did I die? Oh, jeez. That was so close. I had to take that hit. They never really explained what this whole moon thing is. Like, who is this moon rock? Who's controlling it? Why is it like a thing here? And then why does it create more power moons once we defeat it? If there were DLC, I would like for them to figure out what's going on with this moon. I can also confirm that people get way more upset about killing animals than humans, as my Breath of the Wild stream pointed out. No matter how many Yiga I kill, no matter how many bokoblins or moblins I kill, no one says anything. And as soon as I kill a single wolf that's trying to kill me, then everyone's like, why would you kill the wolf? It was... Just because it's trying to kill you doesn't mean that you should try to kill it back. Don't worry, Dead Mario. Peach will recognize and return your affection one day. Yeah, that's the moment that I was talking about. When I killed those wolves, everyone like went crazy about it. I actually used to kill every single wild animal that I came across because, you know, they die in one hit from the bombs and they drop meat, which you can use to heal yourself. But apparently no one liked that. I think that it took a while for me to get enough viewers to actually see me kill stuff. I think it also has something to do with how much it actually looks like an actual animal, though. Because when you play role-playing games and you have like these giant super wolves that are like twice as big as your player model, no one seems to care that you killed those. Hey there, Gary. Well, you should be worried about more than just Bowser there. If you remember, he was actually holding a wedding on the moon and he had kidnapped several spectators. Even Pauline was there. So, for one, if I left Bowser, then I also left all those citizens or civilians there as well. Two, I don't think that I actually left them there because they somehow got to the moon to begin with without the Odyssey. I'm sure they can leave without the Odyssey as well. You're sad because Luigi is dead? Well, according to the Nintendo official Twitter account, they tweeted out right after the Direct, Luigi is fine. So, we don't know that he's dead. He just might be a soul that's captured by death. And then you just need to beat death up and return a soul. There are actually a couple of games that are like that. The Disney movie Hercules is kind of like that. When Meg... Oh, well, I guess it's too late for spoilers. Like, that movie is almost 15 years old or something like that. So, like, Meg from Hercules dies trying to save Hercules. And she definitely dies. Like, spirit leaves her body and everything. But then her spirit goes into the river Styx. And Hercules dives in to save her. Like, pull her spirit out and, like, return it to her body. A couple of other games that kind of do that, like, for example, World of Warcraft and Dark Souls. They both have a mechanic where you die, and then you just have your old soul return to your body, and then you get all your stuff back. Alright, we have done all the content that you would expect one to do in a normal playthrough. Something that I have been neglecting to do lately has been doing the Balloon World challenges. So we'll do a couple of those. I think that we need to, whichever areas I actually have balloons hidden in, those are going to be the ones that I also have searched for balloons in. And everything that I haven't searched or I haven't placed a balloon is also the place that I haven't searched for balloons. Bodied. The logical thing, so what most streamers end up doing at this point in time is they start looking up speedrunning strats and, like, you know, start speedrunning the game. What I'm going to do is return the game to its original owner and then probably never play it again. Alright, let's see. Let's view some stats here. Let's get up to 999 moons, because I like the look of that number. In order to do that, we can just buy the rest from here. But we'll need a lot of coins for that. Now we're at 890. Now we're at 900. We need to buy another 10,000 or 1,000's worth of this. We don't have enough coins right now. So let's go ahead and play Balloon World here. Let's find it. Let's get this one here. Can I see it from here? It's slightly up, which means I think this is on top of... Oh, actually, I can see it from here. I think. Nope. I thought I saw it, but I do not. Oops. So I think it's going to be up here, but it wasn't. Couldn't get it. Alright, we're making a lot better time right now. At this point in time, we only had 10 seconds left the last time we played this level. Or this moon. Or this balloon, I should say. Oh, looks like it's probably around the same place. Also around the same place. I want something that costs a lot but isn't in the exact same place. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. So let's just get free coins instead. Hey, this one's not in the exact same place. This one's probably on the other side near the Sphinx. That's where I thought the first one was going to be. I really should always get that flower. It's up there, but not on the left side, it's on the right side. Are there going to be any that are behind me? Like, let's do one of those. Okay, that's not so bad. 10 seconds to get over there. I think I'm going to need this fire flower. Oh. Man, I am really raking in the cash here. 300 that away. Where is it? I don't see it. 40 seconds though, that's a really long time. Let's try that one.
I'm leaving. I'm heading to the pool.
Okay. Oh, there you are. That was a good one. Let's try. Those two are identical. That one is different, but also has like no coins, so I don't really care. It's kind of weird balancing, like doing the same thing over and over again and actually getting more coins. This one's a new one. See you when you get back, Jay. That's a new one. Oh, whoops. I didn't look at the number of coins it was going to give me as a reward. TE2. I'm assuming you mean The Escapist 2. Remember a few months ago when I requested you to play The Escapist 2 on the Switch, but there was a bug. They fixed it. Do you mind if I ask you to try and play the game for the first time? I don't own The Escapist 2, so if it's not free, I won't be able to play it. And I'll be more open to buying games, maybe, let's say, starting January. As you probably remember from months ago of watching my stream, I'm actually saving up for a wedding that I have. It's actually at the end of September, so it's actually really close at this point in time. But I basically am not buying too many games these days. In fact, the only games that I've gotten so far have been Octopath Traveler because I had a gift card. And oh, it's right there. That's nice. And then I'm saving the rest of the gift card for Super Smash Brothers and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Checking my text messages. Oh, let's see. Same deal, plenty of coins. We're getting real original with these balloon placements here. Forget which side it was going to be on, so I'm gonna have to just guess. Oh, there it is. Oh, looks like my star count is not going up anymore. Oh, no, okay. My star count goes up when I find 11 in a row. Are you coming in as a freshman? Actually, you should already be coming in as a freshman. Are you coming in as a freshman, Rob? Oh, I died. Well, there goes my chain. I pressed the jump button too early, or I think I pressed the cap throw button instead of the jump button. That's fine. I was getting kind of tired of going to the same area every time anyway. That's pretty cool. I liked high school a lot more than middle school for sure. Middle school is kind of just the worst. Obviously college is probably the ultimate place you want to be at. Alright, let's go do some balloon capturing in Luigi's Kingdom. Oh, this is a good little area. Can I see it from here? Oops. Can I see it from here? Doesn't look like it. Number still going down. This number is staying about the same now. We gotta get up there some kind of way. Oops, we're not gonna make it. I'm pretty sure that it's up on here. We need to get one of the bird enemies and then jump up there with it. Okay, well if it's not there, then it's gotta actually be over here. Are you gonna let me look around? No, you can't look around when you're a lightning thing. Alright, so since they want to do it that way, yep, there it is. You see it's in that cage there? It's actually kind of a difficult balloon to get. Let's see, is there something that I could do differently to make that easier? If I could land over there instead, then it would be a lot easier. So let's try that. We almost made it. What I was trying to do is get to the very top and then jump all the way down. But I think that's a silly idea. Nope, definitely need to do a long jump there. Alright, let's just try to... Let's see, what will we do instead? We just have to be really good at getting over there. So like, let's not get the bird this time and try to wrap around the back. Because this is definitely faster than taking the bird. There we go. Not too bad. It's found the same place, which is good. But I bet that I know where it is, though. Ow. Super messed up a lot there. And it wasn't even there. Oh, it was there actually. Alright. If I actually play like I've played this game before, then I might actually get the balloon this time. That's in the same place, sadly. This one is up somewhere. Let's see what that one is. Like a lot of... It's very far away. Okay, can't change the camera angle. I didn't even know that you could put the balloon partway through like that. Since we got plenty of money now, we can go ahead and buy the rest of the 90 to 99 coins. We need 1,000 coins for this. We
we'll also be able to afford the gold Mario and the silver Mario, and then I think we'll be out of money at that point in time. Now we're at 930. Oh wait, I miscounted. It's actually 1,000 for every one of these. So I'm actually going to run out of money before I finish getting the rest of this. So there'll be no gold suit, no silver suit buying. And this is the last one we're going to be able to afford. But we need 2 more. So we need like 2,000 more gold. Which is like another world's worth of Mario or Luigi Bloom world. It's not that bad. A very long animation for putting all these moons away. It's 80 moons. I don't think there's any balloon world for Ruined Kingdom, but I don't think we did Luncheon Kingdom though. I might have actually done Luncheon Kingdom here. Oh, I haven't done it here. Let's see. Where do I want to hide this? Let's hide it over there. I have an idea. How do I hide it? How do I hide it? What button do I press to hide it? I should have actually read what Luigi told me to do. Oh, okay, that's what you do. I wonder if you can even do it while sliding on walls. like straight ahead that way. Oh, I died. Goodbye, cruel world.
I feel like there's more opportunity for death in this area. Oops. Pretty sure it's right here around this corner. It was not. I have no idea where it is. I guess I'll go all the way to this, just as far as I can run. Oh, please let me up. Thank you. There it is. I can get there. Welcome back, Jay. While you were gone, we realized that I can't do math, and actually there are, I actually needed way more coins than I thought I did in order to get to 999. Payout for this particular world is not all that great. If only I were good. I think that I can actually get it from the front side instead of that back side. I think that I actually made it too harder for myself than I needed it to be. we are. Thanks for the follow, Rock Boy. That looks like it's in the exact same area. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, really? Oh, it is not in the same place. It is like very far away from here. So far away that I probably had to get in that cannon and jump all the way over there. No need to listen to Luigi prattle on about how I failed. Alright, so now I'm going to get in this cannon. The counter's still going down. Still going down. Still going down. There it is. $73, that's like right there. At least I'll get a nice time bonus. Wait. Why was that? Why did that cost 70 coins to play and 236 as a reward? Like, that seems a little excessive. Are there any others that are like that? Did everyone just like intentionally jump off and kill themselves for fun? One is 166 away. You get more time for getting coins, which is why I actually spend my time doing those. Oops, I missed one of my coins. And I'm going to probably miss this this session. Let's see, where would you be? I think I see it. It's up on the mountain cliff, I think. This is much better. Where are you? It says this. Oh, there it is. Welcome to the stream, Senpai. Yeah, being school-aged is unfortunate for that reason, because your ability to hang out with people is mostly limited by the effort of your friends and your parents. That is one of the few benefits of adulthood. Wait, I'm going away from it right now. Where could it be? Is it in here? It was not in there. I got baited. I can't look around. Well, think about it this way, Rob. There are going to be plenty of other kids there that also don't know anyone. So, you guys can band together over mutually not knowing anyone. Or you could like join some sort of activity in school and meet other people that are interested in that activity. It's mostly how I met all of my friends. We were all in the orchestra together. Oh, it's right there. I see it. Oh, I missed it. Messed up. Yeah, it's so weird in high school when you have a clique of loners. Like, how is it that you have a group of people who hang out with each other because they claim to not want to hang out with other people? It all comes down to image. It's like a lot of what high school is about. It gives me a couple of extra seconds. Yeah, Mr. Tomato, come this way. Thank you. Oh, come on. Don't scrub out now. We need 300 more coins, and this is another 300 coins. Well, it costs 100 in order to get it, so we'll do it anyway, just because it's one of the more difficult ones. This one's pretty far away, so I'm going to go ahead and hop in this thing. Now it's getting... There it is. Six people watching. Man, I hate when the stream is like, I feel like stream viewers kind of sense when a stream is about to end, and then that's when they decide to show up. Because we're getting pretty close to the end of Super Mario Odyssey here. We have the, actually we could have already ended it by now, because we do have the 2,000 coins that we need in order to get the last 1,000 coins. Oh, saved it. Whether the teachers are strict or if the work's too complicated. So if you took tests last year at the end of your school year, then for the most part, the school system should know how difficult to make the classes for you, because you know every test that you take basically that you have been taking up until now has pretty much dictated what next set of courses you're going to take, just based on like your natural level, and then like obviously you can do more by go to your guidance counselor and ask for a more difficult course load if you wanted to do that, and that's a very reasonable thing to do. But for the most part, I wouldn't worry too much about the schoolwork being too complicated for you. Some teachers are strict, and that's kind of life, I guess. Like, sometimes you have a strict boss, or, sometimes you have strict parents or something like that. So that could happen, for sure. But if they're strict, then you just follow their rules or whatever, and then you and your classmates can just suffer together with it. I actually had a teacher once that gave the most difficult... Oh, did I get just one? Okay, good, I didn't. I had a teacher once that when we had to read a story, he always made it... The questions have nothing to do with the actual story at all. They were all just like things that you would never be able to find on Cliff Notes. So, for example... we were reading The Catcher in the Rye by Salinger, and it's a book that's about, it's an existentialist book, so it's about finding your way and like figuring out where you belong in society, and like, how do you know who you are and things like that. So it's a very like typical teenage angsty, make you read it in high school kind of book. You'll see a lot of those in high school, actually, because they kind of seem to sense the angst in the teenage years, and then just kind of feed fuel to the fire by making you read all sorts of things about how no one understands you. But the questions on the test were things like, in this particular part of the book, when they went to the movie theater, like what was the color of the person's purse that they were in, or something, or that some character was in. Let's go to Peach's Castle. All right, cool. Let's see what the surprise is. But even though he was a strict teacher, like, he was strict with everyone, so everyone in the class had the equal amount of dissatisfaction in the teaching methods. I had another teacher, actually, for my math class. When I was taking calculus in high school, we had to study for the AP exams at the end of the year, but then we wanted to be completely done with all of the stuff we needed to study for AP Calculus BC by oh, there's a cap now on the castle. Everyone is here, just like in Smash. So in order to do that, we had to basically study a chapter of calculus every month. But that also meant that over our summer break, we had to learn like integration by parts. So we were just assigned to do the entirety of the chapter, every single practice problem over our winter break. And you know, we just did it because that's kind of like, what other choice did you have? On the bright side, like, even today I can still do those calculus problems just because I've done so many of them. I wasn't expecting there to not be a floor connecting those two. Don't say all this to scare you guys, of course. Like, obviously I've had easy teachers in high school. You know, for example, we had this one teacher that, you know, we complained, basically we had this one teacher that was not really qualified to teach us. I went to I was in a magnet program. So like, it's supposed to be like filled with all these like people that test really, really well and, you know, do all their homework assignments and things like that. And we had this teacher that came from a school where, you know, basically a lot of the students were like, had discipline issues and things like that. So she was used to, you know, people basically never doing their work and things like that. So when she came to teach us, she basically had this assignment where we were supposed to read this book, right? It was the Cheneyville incident, I think. The plot of that was right after slavery ended or something like that. There was this man that was accused of killing like a white man or something like that, or maybe it was a white woman. Oh, you know, I think it was actually a white woman. He was framed. He didn't actually kill her or anything like that, but like they accused him of doing so. And so it was like basically him running away from the South or something like that in order to avoid getting killed. But at the end of the lesson, after I was reading this stuff, we were supposed to take a test, and up until then everyone had been acing all of the tests, so she decided that she was going to make us write an essay in order to make it more difficult. But I think that she wasn't expecting us all to, it was a take-home exam as well, so like we had a certain amount of time and we all were able to like, you know, take the books home, take the tests home, and take our essays and things like that. But the thing is, I think that she didn't really want to read that much of the essays, or maybe it was too difficult for her to read or something, because after a couple of weeks or months of never hearing about the exam or anything like that, she ended up just saying, oh, sorry, I like lost them all, or like my apartment flooded and we lost all the exams. So I'm just gonna have to give everyone 100 for this test because I don't want to retest you guys. This is the same teacher who we were supposed to read, what were we supposed to read over the summer? We were supposed to read In Cold Blood over the summer. The story of that is like, it's an actual thing that happened in real life. There are these guys that were robbing some family, and they killed the entire family. And the story takes place, and the story is basically them recounting the events in interviews and confessionals. Basically, like why they did it, how they knew why they knew that this family had this money that they didn't actually have, and why they killed them, things like that. And we were supposed to read that over the summer and then be tested as soon as we got back from summer break. And then when we got to school, the teacher that was supposed to test us on those things didn't actually work there anymore. So what we got instead was the teacher that had this other issue. And what she did was she gave us the 10 questions that came directly from the Cliff Notes. Like, you know how you can go to Cliff Notes and like get tested, quote unquote, for the thing? She just downloaded the Cliff Notes test for that, and that's what we were tested on. And of course, like, all of us had not only read the book, but also read the Cliff Notes, because we were a bunch of nerds, and that's just what you do in order to prepare for tests. You test, like, you take the Spark Notes quiz, you take the Cliff Notes quiz, you, like, go online and you take every practice test that you can take. And so everyone aced that, because we had all studied those exact same questions, and that was all that there was to do. So, you know, it really just depends on the teacher. You can get like a really easy one or a really difficult one. But the important thing to note is that as long as you work as hard as, like, if you didn't, like, let's say for example you had that teacher that gave you the Spark Notes test, which is a super easy test to ace, but let's say that you didn't read the book and you also didn't read the Cliff Notes and you also didn't like do anything to prepare at all for this test, you would still fail, no matter how easy this content is or how difficult the content is. If you don't put in the work, you'll fail. So as long as you're in a class that you belong in, which you would figure that out by going to your guidance counselor and like talking with the teacher after class if you need to, and as long as you're putting in the right amount of work, then you pretty much shouldn't have to worry about high school. Like, the content may vary, but you gotta remember that all the students in your class are gonna be in the same classes that you are. So it actually doesn't matter how difficult the teacher is. The only thing that's going to make the difference in the classroom setting is how much more you work than your classmates in that same class. So if you put in more work than your fellow students, or if you come up with a better strategy for, like, you know, studying better, like having a study group or something like that, then you're just going to do better in the class compared to your students. And then no matter how quote-unquote miserable the teacher is, like, the grades at the end are what matter. Welcome to the stream, Solberg. You've actually came in right at the end of the Mario Odyssey stream. We actually just finished doing Luigi's Balloon World for every world, and getting all 999 moons, and collecting every moon everywhere. Just for completion's sake, make sure we got all of that. And the capture list, 52 out of 52, we got that as well. Souvenir list, 43 out of 43. And songs, 82 out of 82. Yep. So, completely done. Got everything that we need. So, I guess we'll probably end the stream pretty soon. I'll take a moment to just talk about, like, some other things. We got a lot of people in chat right now. So I'll just talk about some other content that I've got in case you want to follow or subscribe. I'm currently going through an Octopath Traveler stream, I play that like multiple times a week. Basically, that's my during the work week stream that I got going on. Pretty much whenever I want to play it, I also play it as well. This weekend, you're able to play as every single Paladin's character for free without having to pay for anything. So I might do that a little bit. Probably not so much though. Sometime this weekend, I have a couple of demos that I want to go through. Dragon Ball FighterZ has an open beta this weekend, so today or this whole weekend you're able to play that for free. Aegis, I just got the demo for that. It's on my wish list, but I'm not buying any new games right now, so that's gotta wait. But I will have the demo there. I'll probably play that this weekend as well. Valkyria Chronicles 4. Another demo. It's a role-playing game, strategy-based. I'll be playing that demo this weekend as well. At the same time, I played the Dragon Ball FighterZ and the Aegis demo as well. And wasn't there another demo that I had? No other demo. Technically, I had Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, but I don't know. I might not be able to play that. Now that Super Mario Odyssey is done, I'll probably pick Super Meat Boy back up just to have another platformer in the rotation. And a couple of other games that I never played on stream for you guys. We got a couple of these indie games like Wonder Jar, Try Again or Walk Away. It's actually pretty fun. I played the demo a while back, and it reminded me of Final Fantasy XIII's gameplay. And Nine Parchments is another game that I've played the demo for, and that made me buy it a while back. I actually own I Am Setsuna. I played it on stream once and haven't done that since. I played it off stream though, so I'll probably start over so that the stream actually has a frame of reference for where I am in the story right now, and play that on stream completely for you guys. Other than that, we got a huge backlog of non-Switch games. I only started streaming last January, so there are a lot of games that I have in my library that I want to stream at some point in time. I actually have a video on my YouTube channel that just has pictures of all the physical games that I have in my library. Obviously I won't ever get around to playing all of them, but I do want to play most of them. Like, I want to have a stream of the Mass Effect trilogy, for example, even though I've completely mastered that game by now. Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, and 13 Lightning Returns. Got some Sonic games that I want to play at some point. Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic Generations. So just a whole bunch of stuff that, it would take forever for me to talk about, like, all the stuff that I want to eventually play. So I just wrote it all down in my Discord. If you use the Discord command in chat using !Discord, then you would get a link. You could join that. And if you are a follower on Twitch or a YouTube subscriber, then you get your special roles that allow you to see kind of the upcoming content that I plan on streaming for you guys. That all said, this has been a 100% playthrough of Super Mario Odyssey. If you've enjoyed it, go ahead and like it. Subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch. If you're interested in any of the games that I mentioned, I also have plenty more of those. I just quickly talked to chat about thoughts on Super Smash Ultimate having over 28 hours of music. I think it's great. I like the fact that you're able to play any song from any game as long as it's in the same platform. I wish that they allowed you to play any song from any game on any stage rather than restricting it to in the same franchise, but that's okay. It's still a step forward compared to Smash 4. So having variety is good, because if you have too much of the same small subset of songs, then you end up basically not wanting to play with the volume up. So whenever I play like mobile games, for example, and they only have like that one song that they play all the time, I usually turn off the volume after like a month of playing. But if you have variety, then that means that you won't get bored of the game play, and you actually will let the music composers actually, let their work shine through. When I was watching the direct and I saw that they had as many Castlevania game songs as they did, that's when I was thinking to myself, they must have a lot of songs available, like in total, because that's so many songs to have for like a random like Castlevania series. If you compare that to Final Fantasy VII, like Cloud, Midgar, and Smash 4 only has like one song or something stupid like that. So, I don't know. I like it. Biggest OST for any game? That's probably... that might be true. I don't know if that's true. If you get into those really crazy role-playing games, like if you think about... what's the good one? Like... Xenosaga? Not Xenoblade Chronicles, but Xenosaga, which came before that. Like, that came in 4 discs or something like that. So... that one had a lot of music. But I can't think of any one that would be more than that, though. So, yeah, that is a really big OST. Like, I don't think that, they were able to release a subset of the stuff for Super Smash Bros. 4, but actually, this I think it's great that, by the way, while we're talking about the Direct, I think it's great that they went ahead and made you be able to listen to all the stuff without even having the screen on for Smash Ultimate, because they released a CD for Smash 4 if you bought like a certain set of stuff, but like now you don't even have to buy 2 versions of the game, and you still get to have the ability to listen to the entire soundtrack at any point in time as long as you have your Switch, which is a mobile, like a portable device somewhat, which means that it's just, you'll be able to carry it with you anywhere. I doubt that there will be people that buy the Switch just in order to hear the Smash Brothers OST, but you never know. It's still a benefit to the game. Like, it adds to the value of owning the game. Yeah. Well, we've actually made it to 3 hours worth of content. That's surprising, given that we only had 3 moons to get, but we did kind of waste a good bit of time with getting the other 119 other moons and doing Balloon World and things like that. So you've already heard my spiel: like, subscribe, follow, whatever. So I guess I'll do the terse cut off here. So stay tuned for future streams by me, and I'll see you in the next stream. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.